Supercell hawked up a loogie and spit it in my face as my crush walked by. That's the feeling I got when I lost my final match. Not only because I lost, but because they put a full counter to my deck in that match. So first of all, I'm going to claim the chest. Even though I lost, I still got to claim this. I got doggy. But anyways, I can't keep a grudge. So here's the deck I was using. I was using Evo Firecracker, Evo Zap, Night Witch, Little Prince, Arrows, Void Spell, Barbarian Hut, and Golem. This is a 4.0 elixir, so it is pretty heavy, so you gotta know how to defend well. So I'm going to show you guys my first match here, and it is up against Juice WRLD. So this match was really, really insane in my opinion. Me and him were going back and forth with towers, really getting each other's towers like really low and keeping them around the same health as each other's. So it was a really insane match. You're gonna see here, he goes Miner Push with the Ice Spirit. I go Night Witch. So his Miner didn't get that much value there. My Night Witch took it out pretty easily. And then I tried to get a nice Golem push right here. I messed up my Golem placement and the Night Witch was also walking pretty fast, but it's alright. So he places his Tesla to counter my Golem, and he has Little Prince. My bat actually did a little damage to the Little Prince right there, so that was like decent for me. Now, I just went Firecracker so I could get some damage on the tower with that Little Prince, and the Little Prince is almost dead. I was kind of hoping it died, but you know what, it didn't, so it's alright. Then I went Void Spell. I think I did Arrows too. Yeah, I did Arrows too just to kill the guards. And then he has Miner. I went Prince in the back to get that Miner dead so it doesn't do at least like 200 damage compared to like the 100 it just did. So he places Poison. That's well played by him. So many people still use Poison even though it got nerfed because the crown damage got nerfed but the normal damage didn't, so I guess that's fair. And Poison is still just a really good spell. So he goes Miner again with the Ice Spirit. This attack isn't that good in my opinion, just because you guys see, like, my Dagger Duchess took his Miner out before the Ice Spirit got there, although it did some damage. So I went Barbarian Hut on the left side just so his Poison can't actually do any damage to my tower. So I really just wanted to, like, have my Barbarian Hut on the left side so I could also support it with the Golem too. So you guys are going to see that in the upcoming minutes. So my Firecracker was actually able to get 2 hits off here. This was really good for me. Even though it died right there, it still got like around, I think 800 to 1000 damage. That was really good. He uses the Little Prince ability on my Barbarians. That was well played by him. Even though he didn't really exactly need to use it, I guess he just didn't want to take the damage. So right here, he goes Poison, another well play by him. Poison is so annoying to verse when you have a Night Witch deck. So I messed up my Little Prince placement right there. As you can see, I placed it on the right side, not the left. But my Barbarians are probably, yeah, they're able to take out all that right there. And I'm really glad the Evo Knight got nerfed because it was pretty OP, just the health it had. So I'm glad it got nerfed. So as you guys can see here, he goes Knight and guards on the right side. He has a small push here. I have to waste my, well, not really a waste. I have to use my Evo Firecracker right there. I would have liked to use it on the left side with my Golem, but it's alright. I just didn't want to get a lot of damage there. But I do have a push here on the left side, as you guys can see. Me and him are just fighting for health right now. So I got some good Golem damage right there when it exploded. That was perfect. And then I placed another Golem in the back just to prepare for another push. And then as you guys are going to see, my Night Witch goes down, and then Arrows go down. Arrows are just such a needed card right now, honestly, just because of how many, like, swarm decks people use. So as you guys can see, I got a small push here with the Golem and Little Prince, and then I got Firecracker down too. I was kind of trying to predict the Evo Tesla, but that was well played by him for saving it. And then my Golem dies right there. So right here, I'm a little worried, because as you guys can see, he only has 200 less health on my tower compared to his tower, or 200 more health on my tower. So he goes Poison right there. That's well played by him. And then you guys can see my Firecracker is going to end up taking that out. And then he uses Little Prince ability. That's well played by him. But he's not really protecting the left side until he places that Tesla. Now that Tesla placement really messed him up, just because you guys are going to see my Golem, I'm able to get that down and not have to worry about a Tesla. But I got 2 Barbarian Huts down, so that's decent for me right there. He ends up poisoning. That's decent for him too. So you guys see, he did some good damage on my tower on the right side before, but now I'm just have like a one final push. This is the last push I have before he's able to do some massive damage. So he wasted his Miner right there actually. Well, not a waste, but you guys can see he uses minor, and then I'm able to just pummel this guy with all my spells and stuff, because I just need that damage with my spells no matter what. So you guys can see right there, we win it right there with the void spell and the zap. That was a really good match, and it had my heart beating because of how low my other tower got. So that was such a good match. So next one is versing Ian Gamer. So this is a near I think this is a near like replica of the deck I lost to for my last match. So it's honestly sad to see that I'm able to win against this guy, but not like my last match. It was just so upsetting. But this match was really crazy at the start. So you guys are going to see. He actually messed up his arrows right there. That feels bad for him. I felt so bad. I was thinking of arrowing his king tower, but it was a classic challenge. I didn't want to do it. So, you know what, I just took it for my advantage. And then I went Golem on the left side just because I know he has Lava Hound down. So I'm going to like put pressure on the left side so he has to waste Elixir there. And he can't support his Lava Hound as well. So he uses Inferno Dragon on the left side. Obviously, you see my Golem's dead or almost dead. My Little Prince is able to pretty much take out the Lava Hound. And I am able to arrow right there. Yep, that was a really good value arrow. And then he has Inferno Tower or Inferno Dragon on the left side. I didn't even need to waste Firecracker there. I kind of realized after. That's kind of my own fault. But you know what? We're just going to roll with it. He tries to activate his King Tower here. He doesn't end up doing it. I actually remember that part. So that was pretty big for me. So he places barbs in the back. Right now, I think I ended up avoiding the barbs with the tower, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, I ended up avoiding the barbs when they got closer. Did I? No, this is the match where I went Barbarian. Yeah, I went Barbarian to attract everything. That was a different match. So you guys are going to see, he went Lava Hound in the back. He's trying to get a big push here, and he's getting ready with a balloon. So I have Prince, or Little Prince and Night Witch. This deck is just kind of hard to verse Lava Hound decks, because if they have spells that could just completely eliminate your Little Prince and Night Witch, then I'm screwed. So as you guys can see, he didn't actually end up doing that. So I killed his Lava Hound right there with the Little Prince. And then I think, yeah, I placed my Evil Firecracker down to get some value off with the Skeleton Dragons. So that was good by me. And then you guys are going to see my Barbarian actually ended up getting 3 hits right there. That's like huge damage, like even though it doesn't look like a lot. So my guard was getting close. He placed his Elite Barbs, or Evo Barbs, my bad. And then I go Night Witch, and now I use Void Spell. That's when I used it. So he goes Lava Hound in the back again. He's just trying to get a big push. And this is like what you honestly have to do for these like high elixir decks. You really have to try and get a big push when your pushes aren't working with like the solo just big HP card or a supporting card. So you guys are going to see he uses Void Spell actually in a bad position. He doesn't end up killing my Little Prince. That's really bad for him because he probably could have gotten a really good push there if he actually ended up killing Little Prince. But that's perfect for me. I'll take any value I could get. So I use Void Spell here because there's 4 targets. And it's able to keep hitting them. And that was really good for me. Just because it killed his Skeleton Dragon and his splash damage. So as you guys can see, I actually ended up using the Barbarian Hut to completely bait that balloon. And he messed up his Void Spell on my Firecracker. So we had to waste his arrows right there. That was really good for me. I got scared on that balloon right there. As you saw, I ended up using my Evo Zap. Because it's like life or death right. It's life or death right there. It's a win or loss. If I didn't use that, I could have lost right there. Who knows? Even though I probably wouldn't have. I just wanted to be sure. So you guys are going to see here, I ended up baiting again with our Barbarian Hut. And then I used Evo Firecracker on the other side so he wouldn't get value with that Void Spell. I knew he was going to do something. I didn't want him to get more value and use it on the Night Witch plus the Evo Firecracker. So I placed it on the other side. You guys are going to see here, he protects with Barbarians. And I actually arrow. So his Dagger Duchess has no reload right now. It has no magazine. So that would have been a good push if he didn't have those Skeleton Dragons down. But he got them down before. So he goes Inferno Dragon. That's good by him. I use a Zap here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Just so my Golem could get close. And you guys are going to see. My Golem actually ends up getting 1 hit. That was really good. Plus the explosion damage. And I put the Firecracker down. The Firecracker gets even more damage. This was like the most insane match. It was so insane. You guys are going to see my tower is really low. I got his tower super low. And right now, I have 3 spells in my hotbar. And I immediately, 1, 2, 3, arrows, Void Spell, Zap. I was so scared right there. You guys see, he had a huge push. That was the last bit of elixir I had. It was amazing. So, you guys are going to look at this next match. the last match I have is versus this guy. This guy was also, I thought I heard something. This guy is also using another Lava Hound deck. Now, I'm just really like emphasizing how good this deck is. Even versing your counters like Lava Hound, it is so insane. The Barbarian Hut is such a old card, and it is so like not used, but the fact that Dire Duchess is kind of like weak against Barbarian Hut is perfect. So you guys are gonna see here, he has air cannon, or I forget what that's called, or flying machine, that's what it's called. So his flying machine, it gets distracted on my barbarians, and I am able to void that flying machine. So I use Little Prince in the back just to help that Lava Hound, or help support my tower killing that Lava Hound. So you guys are going to see here, the Little Prince ends up just finishing that. I didn't want to waste my arrows there. There was really no point when the Little Prince was still alive. So you guys are going to see here, I placed Golem in front, I believe, just to get a little push. Yeah, Golem in front. And then Little Prince is kind of stuck behind, and it stays behind, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it ends up staying behind. So, Little Prince, I used the ability. There wasn't really much of a need for it in that case, but I used it just in case he didn't place something else, but he placed the Valkyrie, so my guard ended up dying. So I actually got some value off on that Firecracker there, even though it's not a lot. Every bit of health matters. So he's going to get ready for another Lava Hound push, I believe. If I'm correct. Yeah, he goes Lava Hound. And then I go Barbarian Hut on the right side just to put pressure because he needs to protect the right side now. Because the Dire Duchess really can't handle a Barbarian Hut on her own. It's basically just like half the Barbarians if you were to just take the 3 and then just put it on the other side. It does so much considering that that Dire Duchess can only take out one of them completely. So you guys are going to see here, my bats are killing the Phoenix and the Lava Hound. That's really good for me. Then I ended up arrowing here. Yeah, just to completely kill all the Lava Hounds, like minions or whatever it's called. I completely forget. The Lava Pups, I think. So I have a small push going on both sides. Very small pushes, obviously. But I did Barbarian Hut on the left side to protect. So this game is, like, it's incredible that I won this because you guys can see my tower is 1600 health and his is 2300. He has such an advantage on me right now. And so I went Firecracker just to get that Goblin Gang and also the Lava Hound. So I have a really good push on his tower right now. But what the hell? I just realized I think his Evo Tesla didn't even end up doing this Death Shockwave. Okay. But that's perfect for me, I guess. I don't know why I didn't do it. But you guys are going to see, I go Nightwish again. I'm getting ready for another Golem attack. Just because Golem is like the main focus. If I don't have Golem, I really can't do a lot of damage. So you need to just continuously try and place Golem. So you guys are going to see here. He has a really good defense. He's getting a bunch of stuff in his defense right now. So if you were to place Lava Hound, it would be super good. But I got his troops really low. I sent a British right there. And then I didn't really have to waste those arrows, but I wanted to just so I could have that barb in play. And then you guys are going to see here, his Dagger Duchess kind of gets wasted. I didn't really use that Dagger Duchess as well as I could have. Like, use the lack of ammo to the best of my ability. Because you guys are going to see, it's going to get the ammo again right away. But I ended up voiding the Tesla and everything right there. It was kind of bad that he placed his Phoenix there, just because he already had the flying machine. But the Nightwish does some good damage right here. You guys are going to see it. It takes out the Royal Crew, does some damage to the Valkyrie, and then all those bats are insane. And my Firecracker is able to do some damage right there. So I actually do think I had capability of winning this match near the end. Because throughout the whole match, you guys saw, I was stuck at like such low tower health while his was such high. And I just couldn't do a lot. So I avoided that Tesla right there. That was huge for me. Just because now he has nothing to distract my Golem. And you guys are going to see my Golem makes its way to his tower. Gets one hit. And then I think it gets two. It gets 2 hits and then dead. This deck is incredible. Barbarian Hut is incredible. I really do think it's back in the meta just because people use Dire Duchess all the time. So that's the end of this video. This is the deck once again if you guys want to see it. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. And have a great day, you guys.